I'm your host, Sarah Baus, and welcome to Attainable Podcast. Hi, guys, and welcome back to the Attainable Podcast. So happy that you're here. And oh my God, where is my drink? I'm going to die. You would think, like, with how long I've been doing this and how much I can't shut my mouth, that not having a drink during podcasting wouldn't be such a thing. But I'm telling you, when I podcast, I have to have like a drink of water or something next to me because I will go hoarse. And I'm like, girl, we're talking for like 30 minutes, 45 maximum. Get it together. For anybody watching on YouTube, I have my Aldi cup. I did get the Aldi merch. They did not send it to me. I was not in the state when the Aldi merch dropped. I was in New York. No, I was in Destin. I was in Florida when it dropped. And so I called my mom and I was like, Mom, the Aldi merch, let me bring this mic closer to me. The Aldi merch is dropping and I need you to get it. I need you to get it. And so she went and got like a ton of it. And I actually ended up having to take some of it back because like the cup, absolutely. The slides, I didn't want the Aldi slides. I did get the Aldi bucket hat, the windbreaker, this cup, 3 keychains, and I think that's it. But this cup has been in my entire lifeline. This cup, I don't remember, it was something like $5 or $10, something extremely affordable, very on brand for Aldi. And this is the nicest cup I own. It is so good. I keep things cold. It's super durable. It's heavy, but not like too heavy. It's heavy in the way that it feels like nice quality. Great straw, just all around big fan. If you've been following me on TikTok, you also know that I am in my Mio era. It's that has become a problem. I'm noticing this thing in my personality where, and let me know if you also have this, I get fixations. I fixate on things. So we were fixating on the mango yuzu citrus lemonade from Panera. We all know we were all there for that time. If you weren't, please go to my Instagram and just look up Panera era on my highlights. So that was a time. I am still fixated on A Court of Thorns and Roses. We should have a vote. Should I get a tattoo from the like ACOTAR thing? Joseph and I have discussed tattoos before, and I think he'll get a tattoo before I do. I think, but one of the tattoos that we want to get is a matching tattoo on the back of our arm, like above the elbow, that says to whatever end. And that is from not ACOTAR, but Throne of Glass, which is by the same. If you are an SJM, if you are not a Sarah J. Maas person yet, and you are listening to this podcast, if I'm going to influence you to do anything, it is going to be read these books. I won't go on a rant because you guys know me and you know I get heated. So anyways, fixations. Yeah, I get fixated on that. And right now I am fixated on Mio. Here's the problem. I ordered Mio, like Joseph was the one who got the Mios first. He wanted something to add to his water because he has been going to the gym. He's going to a personal trainer. And so he liked the Mio Sport, which has like electrolytes in it. And then he also got these Mio Energies for after work, for like before he went to the gym. I think they have like 60 milligrams of caffeine or something, like a normal amount of caffeine. I really liked them. I really liked the Mio Energies because I think it's just the one I tried. So then I went on Amazon and I bought 12, I think, like a pack of 12. Well, but that's all I had. I thought I bought a pack of like 8 or 12 of the energy ones and then a pack of 8 or something of like the electrolyte or the regular one. Well, I got scammed and they didn't. I looked back at my order and what I ordered was like a pack of 12 of like the Berry Blast Sport electrolyte ones. And what I got was a single strawberry watermelon, like regular Mio. I was so weird. Thank God, like I got a refund or whatever. But like I was like Amazon scammed for the first time. So for a while, like all I had was Mio Energy. That is literally the only kind of Mios I had. So I was drinking Mio Energies at 3 p.m., not the move. So I just went and bought myself it's like a peach mango flavor or something. I've got a couple that do not have caffeine in them, so we switched to non-caffeine in the afternoon. But sometimes I do get a little sneaky Mio as a pick me up. But I do have my Mio in my little Aldi cup. We're thriving. And this is gonna be such a good episode. Can you tell by the title? 16. I've got 16 different like life hacks for you. And these are ones that I both like, this comes from my life and things that people have taught me. And then I also did a little bit more research so that I could have some new ones for you. And they vary. We have some that are like household life hacks. We have some that are, I'd say, like more meaningful life hacks, like, and you'll get what I mean. But before we get into that, I'm super, super excited. So I kind of want to give you an update. We'll see if I actually keep this in the episode or not. But I just want to give an update on like the podcast, how everything's doing. I like the podcast is growing and it's doing super, super well. And with that, I have kind of had some self-reflection time on, does the podcast and what we have, made it into, does it reflect like really who we are as a community, who I am as the host? And honestly, the last time I thought about it, it was a no. I didn't think that really what attainable was encompassed what we do. I think, especially for the podcast is very personal to me. So as I grow and develop, I think the brand grows and develops. Not, it's a lot more consistent, but I think what we started with the podcast with, which was a lot more value based, a lot more like, I almost hate it, it makes me want to gag, but almost like life coachy, it's what I needed in that time and it's what I was interested in that time. And so that's kind of like where the brand that's what the brand reflected. I just don't think we're in that anymore. I don't think that I don't want to call this a self-help podcast or like a self-improvement podcast. Like we have these type of videos or these type of podcasts. Very excited that we're on video now. These type of podcasts, and it is like practical stuff. Like we'll talk about life hacks, but we're talking about it in the under the umbrella of, we like to make things easier for ourselves and we're very casual. It's not so formal as like, how to motivate yourself to like whatever. Or like last week we have polls on whether or not you pee in the middle of the night, or girls and guys can be friends platonically. Like that reflects a lot more of the content that I want to do. I want to have a lot more co-hosts on, not like interviews, but do more co-hosts where I bring people, especially who are local, in, and we discuss like different topics. We do more polls episodes. Like we make, as fun as it is, like I want to make it even more fun. I really want to lean into that. This room, my office is getting a makeover into a studio slowly but surely. And then with that, I want to do a rebrand on the podcast. So I've been looking at, we've been working on that in the background, new colors, just a new feel that I think just better reflects us. We aren't pastel. We're not, light and kind of polished and a little bit muted. Like this is, we're a little louder than that. We're a little bit more fun than that. A lot more extroverted as a community than that. And our topics are also a lot more fun than that. And even the way that we look at formal topics is a lot more fun than that. So all this to say, I just kind of wanted to give you an update. And I also want your voice in that. So, a lot of you guys have been listening for a while now. I want to hear from you. Like, I would love for you to DM me or DM the Attainable Podcast Instagram. I want to hear like how you see the podcast. And I'll see if I want to keep this in. I am with the rebrand. I have decided that will include a name change. If you've been here since the very beginning, you know that Attainable was not the original name of the podcast. I don't even count. It used to be called What Else Podcast. That was such a short period of time that I'm like, it doesn't even really reflect, it's not even, I don't even consider that like a, it was a piece of us, it was super early on. But I I do think with everything that I just said and the direction that we're going and who we are, attainable just it doesn't encapsulate it. I think it's a little bit again a little bit polished. Like even though attainable, the whole point is that like life is attainable and things. It definitely reflects like more of like a life coaching type of podcast. It reflects a lot of like how to get your life together or and not in like a this way, not in like the hey, like let's share some quality tips about life, about like yeah, just making things easier. That these are really like I feel really dumb that I didn't know these type of things. Like attainable, I think feels like it's okay. It's giving Rachel Hollis. It's giving Jen Hatmaker. It's giving and like no shade to that at all. There's a space for that, in the internet. I just don't think that that's who we are. I think we're a lot more casual and fun and just like stupid. Like to be honest, like I want to be a little feral. I want to be a little stupid. And I so yeah, with that I would, if you have an idea for a name, do I have ideas? Yes, they're in my phone and there is a top contender that I don't want to share right now. But if you have thoughts on the rebrand, if you have thoughts on the name change, if you have potential names, I would love to hear them. I would love to hear from you. Yeah, so that was a mouthful. Happy to I want this to be a very open conversation, so please head to the DMs and I would love to chat about it and we can kind of do this together and that'll be a lot more fun if we get to do it kind of as a team. So without further ado, anyways, let's get into the 16 life hacks, things that just we're going to make life easier. I love these. I love learning these. First one is called the 2-minute rule. I'm gonna have to speed through these because we got 16. 2-minute rule. So this is if it takes less than 2 minutes to do, go ahead and do it. And I think this could even pertain to like a 5-minute rule. Like this is more just evaluating like before you go to take out the trash and you put it near the door, like how many more seconds is it gonna take to just open the door and put it in the garbage can type of thing. We've all done it. I literally did it this week. So like, but like if it takes less than 5 minutes, especially less than 2 minutes, like go ahead and do it. It's better to just get it done and you will be amazed at how much more put together everything is if you will just you'll just follow that. Like today, I had already ran like so many errands. And I went all over Charleston. I don't know what was wrong with me. I went to West Ashley and then I drove onto King Street, downtown Charleston, and then I drove to Mount Pleasant and then I drove over to my house, which is like more near North Charleston. I went to the four corners of the earth, all right? And on the way home, I passed a Goodwill. It's very close to my house. And I had a box in my car for Goodwill and I almost passed it. I was like, no, I just want to go home. Like I just want to go home. I want to put the groceries away. Like I'm tired. I've been out. And I was like, nope, you literally pull into the drive-through, hand them the box. And it took less than 2 minutes to do. I'm so glad that I did it. So this is something that I'm really going to try and live by a lot better. 2-minute rule. Next one. This is life hack / more of I think more of a I guess advice. Embarrassment is a wasted emotion. So if you feel that, like don't waste more than 5 minutes on it. I think this is especially helpful if you're somebody who does get like embarrassed about like you worry about what people thought about you after you leave a party or what you said or whatever. Like I know some people that get embarrassed so easily over things that just plain that aren't embarrassing. And I can assure you, if you're embarrassed by something, most people would probably look at you and say, like, hey, you don't need to be embarrassed by that. It's okay. Like, embarrassment is a wasted emotion. And just from a productivity and time standpoint, like, don't even worry about it. It's not helpful. Being embarrassed is not helpful. Now, if you fucked up and you hurt somebody, you said something that maybe was ignorant, or like that can cause embarrassment. I do understand that. I still think embarrassment and shame is usually wasted. I think you can come from a place of humility and um educating yourself if it's something that you didn't know before, or just plain, being, yeah, um, humble and apologizing and saying like, yo, that was my bad. But then after that, you really got to move on, because beating yourself up around it will literally never do anybody good, including the person that you have hurt. So, but in everything else, like, you're at a bar and you think you're a shit dancer, who cares? Dance away, live your life. Embarrassment is a absolutely wasted emotion. Next, Autobell. This is okay. I think Autobell is such a life hack that I don't think people really take advantage of. Autobell, like is a car detail. Car detailing costs what? 120, 150, $200 depending on what they're doing. Interior, exterior. You run through Autobell for a solid like $22. You drive through the car wash, easy. Get it, get the shit off, you're good. And then you pull up, you get out of your car, and a bunch of, at least at mine, it's all high schoolers, come through, open all your doors, you like walk out, they vacuum it, they wipe things down, and you get to pick your scent. And it is like a full like whoosh, like interior, exterior clean of your car. Is it like deep clean? Absolutely not. But it is exactly what I need right now, because my car is a compilation of what my weekends have been. It's sand and glitter. I'm not even fucking with you. My back seat is sand and glitter right now. It needs to be vacuumed so bad, and I will be heading to the Autobell. I will be pulling up so the 17-year-olds can vacuum out the car and I can tip them nicely and leave. It's like, how do people not use this? And I say this is a life hack because I didn't discover Autobell till probably a year and a half ago. So if you didn't know that, now you know. This one I think it's a really good hack for multiple things. Say two good things for every one bad. This is, in my mind, I use this when I start to speak negatively about myself. I just said that this like wasn't like a self-help podcast, and this is kind of where we're leaning, but we're gonna ignore that. It's not. This is much more feral girl energy. Anyway, but I like, whenever I start to speak negatively about myself, like if I say, or like even thinking is, that counts. Even if you have like, thoughts are so powerful. So if I have a not nice thought, a negative thought about myself, oh, I don't like this about me, or I look in the mirror and my hair is a mess, but like I won't even accept myself. Like if I get on Zoom and I'm like, oh my gosh, my hair looks crazy today, or oh wow, like looking rough, Sarah. I do not take that shit. I do not take that shit. And so anytime that happens, I have to say two good things. And this is complete habit reversal. And you can do this with speaking negatively about yourself. You can do this with, if you're trying to break like a habit of even saying like a certain word. If you're trying to break saying like, or you're trying to break saying like, break cursing, or I don't know, every time you do it, then do the opposite twice, and you're almost trying to like overcompensate for the action before. But especially speaking negatively for and towards yourself and towards others. If you are somebody who like struggles with judging others, that's a totally normal thing. I'm not shaming you for that at all. It's a normal thing that people struggle with, and if you're trying to work on that, I think that is so freaking great. That's one way to do it. If you find yourself judging somebody, you say something not nice, say two things that are great, and then move on. Do not dwell on it, because that will just, put that seed and dig it deeper, honestly. All right. Next, if you're trying to get things done, like if you have a to-do list and you're stressed about it, schedule the time that you're going to do that, and then that will take the stress off of your heart. Here's an example. I would like, especially in school, like I would have my classes, but then my classes would be spaced out. And so I'd be like, oh my gosh, I have an essay, I have a, chemistry homework, I have this, I have that. And so I would know, I'd like plan out the next few days or whatever based on things I would do. Okay, I know that I'm going to be writing my essay from 2 to 4 on Tuesday, or whatever it may be. I do not freaking worry about that essay until 2 to 4 on Tuesday. I do not like you can take it off of your chest when you've allotted time for that. For work, I've had a busy week at work. I'm thinking it's probably going to be another busy week ahead. And what helps with that is like I got pulled into a meeting and they needed something like we needed to chat about something, and it did include an action item. And Marina, who is my manager and I love her, something that she did that was super helpful was like, hey, to Danny, our coworker that we talked to, hey Danny, like this is like we can totally do this. Sarah has a busy week, so we're not going to worry about this till Monday. And then she looked at me, she said, hey Sarah, we'll tackle this in our one-on-one on Monday, so don't think about it until then. So I know this was Tuesday, all week I do not have to spend my brain energy on that like at all until Monday at whatever time our one-on-one is, because I forgot. Like having just if you have a big to-do list, if you have things that you need to do, if you have assignments, if you have like work to do, whatever, and it's like something that's eating you up, a lot of times it's we don't know where to start because we're like running a million miles a minute and our brain is going every which way. You just put it on your calendar, and I let go of everything. If everything's on the calendar, I flush that shit down the toilet. I'm not thinking about any of that until I have to. It helps so much. I apply this to many different things in my life, so apply it where you want. Next, we are on number 6 because I do have these numbered. Bleach in your flower water. If you have flowers that are starting to die, it's probably because you got bacteria in the water and it's starting to make nasties. One, make sure if you have flowers, like none of the leaves or any extra cuttings are actually in the water. Whatever piece of the stem is going to be in the water, clean it so it's literally just the stem, because that's what makes like the mildew and the nasties all up in there. And then your flowers die faster because bacteria is in the water. So if you splash a little bleach in there, it actually kills that bacteria and like refreshes your flowers and makes them last longer. You're gonna say, Sarah, it's gonna kill your flowers. No, it won't. Don't pour bleach all over them, and don't put a gallon in there. Put like a little bloop in the vase. Golden. I've done it so many times. Love that hack. Next, open a banana from the other side. If you are still opening a banana from the like nub and stem, I don't know what to tell you. Like, how much frustration have you wasted on that? Bananas, like, go to the other end of the banana where it is like the little end cap, not the stem, the little end piece. If you pinch that end piece, just pinch it. It splits right through the middle, and then you could just peel it from there. I will never open a banana any other way ever again. Next, green onions. I thought everybody knew this, but then I was talking to my friend, she did not know this. If you have green onions, like the really long ones you get from the store, they are so easy to regrow. I know you can pretty much regrow like anything that you buy from the store as far as vegetables and whatever. Now everybody wants to do that, it takes forever. Spring onions, they take no time. They grow so fast. Dice the green part of the onion, keep the little bulb at the bottom with its what are those things called? Roots. Put that in water and the roots will start to grow out, and then you can transfer it to soil, and those things grow like weeds and they don't die. It's great. So if you have buy green onions from the store once, replant them, and you are golden. Next, how do you keep your bathroom clean? How do you especially showers? I think cleaning the shower is one of those chores that nobody likes to do, and it's one of those you forget to do it. It's kind of embarrassing. Yeah, I just put those dish scrubbers with the handle that actually has you can put the dish soap in it. Make a mixture of Dawn dish soap. My favorite is the green apple because it smells the best, and white vinegar. Put it in there. Put it in your shower. So whenever I'm in the shower and I'm like, oh, wait, this could use a scrub, I literally just scrub it with the scrubber that already has the dish soap in it. It's always there. And so it's more of it's like a daily clean is better than, I heard that on a podcast this week, a daily clean is better than a deep clean. Just do what you need, and your shower is always clean because you always have that tool in there. It's phenomenal. as soon as I did that, I was like, I don't know. I waited so long to do that too. I knew of that hack and I just hadn't implemented it. I finally did. Best thing I ever did. Speaking of white vinegar, we don't buy fabric softener. We don't buy that. People are like, how do you, I don't really love the use. Like, I don't really feel the need for fabric softener. But if you're one of those that you need fabric softener because you need your clothing to feel a certain way, white vinegar. White vinegar is your fabric softener. It's also a fabulous disinfectant. Your clothes will not smell like vinegar, but they're not going to smell like orange honeysuckle flowers either. So if you use fabric softener for the smells, that ain't it. If you use it to actually soften the fabric, white vinegar, I always, always, always I have multiple jugs of white vinegar around my house for cleaning, for laundry, for cooking, for literally so many things. So many things. We're bulldozing here. All right. Number 12. If you have an avocado and you're making guacamole, take the seed from the avocado and stick it in the bowl with the guacamole. It won't brown. Or it will brown a lot less fast. Some people came at me because they did, and they're like, it browned. So the browning actually comes from the oxygenation. The seed helps to keep it a lot fresher, but like if the top of guacamole will most likely brown, and so if you really, really want that to not brown, put it in your like whatever you are storing it in, put it in the bowl. Or that you're gonna put it in the fridge with. Make sure that it is like a Tupperware container that you can actually seal. Take plastic wrap or something and then put it in the bowl on top of the guacamole and get it as tight over that surface as possible. Then you put the top on because you don't want oxygen to touch the top of that thing. If you forget to do that, you have the seed in it so it's still fresh, but you have brown on the top. Literally just scrape off the brown or just stir it up because the brown will go away as soon as you stir it up. But anyway, do that. And if you have a avocado that you only used half of, always put the half with the seed in the fridge. And you can do the same thing, Tupperware, plastic wrap, whatever you need to do to save the avocado, and the seed will keep the avocado fresher longer. I learned this at a wedding where they had guacamole all over, like little bowls of guacamole on all the tables, and each one had a seed in it to keep the guacamole nice and fresh throughout the time. Another laundry one, I couldn't go through this and like not do like a fuck ton of laundry hacks. It's my favorite. If you are not aware, hydrogen peroxide gets blood out of your clothes. Ladies, this is especially helpful for us in case you have a incident during that time of the month. Leakages, literally everybody goes through it. And hydrogen peroxide will get blood out of that. If you play sports, if you get a cut, like whatever, blood is hydrogen peroxide. Honestly, we should do a whole thing on the different like stain removers for different substances. Number 14. If you are ordering something online, if you are putting your information in online, put your first name and then put the store name as your last name so that if you start getting junk mail or you start getting like weird if you get like, yeah, mainly junk mail, or like weird emails or something, you'll know who it's from. For example, say I order from Target. I'm going to put my name on the order as Sarah Target. And when I get my package, like it will literally say Sarah Target and then my like address or whatever. But if I start getting weird junk mail from like a random place and it says to Sarah Target, then I will know exactly who did that and I can call and say, take me off of your list and don't sell my information. I thought that was actually super, super helpful. I have yet to catch somebody doing that, but I do that. I will put my name as like Sarah and then the store I'm ordering from just in case. Next, use the text shortcuts on your phone specifically for your email and your address. I have several different emails, and so when I'm like typing them out is such a nightmare and they're always so long. So my main email that I use, if I put at on my type in the @ sign, it pulls up my main email. If I do the & sign, it pulls up my secondary email. Like use these shortcuts. I also have I have the regular shortcuts like OMW, it'll change to on my way. I also have a shortcut that I put in the first, like the number, our street address, the numbers of our street address, and it fills in the rest of the address because I send my address to people a lot, to brands. And so, or like if I'm ordering things, like there's so many times where I don't know what, I'm just sending my address everywhere, I guess. And so I just put in the little street number for us and it immediately populates. It will save you so much time. For real, use the text shortcuts. I know it's an iPhone. I'm sure it's an Android somewhere. And use it for your email, use it for your address, and use it for whatever else that you're consistently like typing out. Last one, and I think this is so good. If you hate taking shit to the dry cleaners, did you know you can dry clean things at home? This is something that I just learned. I did not know that this was a thing, and I will be honest, I have not tried it yet. It is coming. I've ordered it, it's coming in the mail. I'll put it on my Amazon storefront under laundry. But it is an at-home dry cleaning kit. Essentially, it's this bag and this like cleansing wipe. You put your stuff into the bag, put the cleansing wipe in, and you throw it in the dryer for 15 to 30 minutes. I watched a couple videos on it. This is not for like if you got like a major stain or something, but this is for those garments that like Joseph, whenever he has like business meetings, he wears, his like dress shirts where like they're not gross, but he wore them. It got the armpit smell, like it's just, but we can't wash them. Just throw them in there, like get the dry cleaning kit. It was, I think, $20. If you know, dry cleaning does not cost $20, and it certainly is not 15 to 30 minutes because you got to get all that crap together, go to the dry cleaners, drop it off. You got to come back to get. Dry cleaning is one of the banes of my existence. Learning that I can do it from home is going to change the game because I have a huge pile of dry cleaning up in our closet that I still haven't done for months, and it just keeps growing, and that's like going to be like hundreds of dollars later. No, it won't. We got a $20 kit coming in the mail. Wow, we freaking flew through those. Loved it. Let me know how you like this episode. Let me know if, actually, I want to hear about your hacks. Please comment if you're watching on YouTube there, or if you are watching this in a reel or something, or head to the Instagram, wherever you are, and go comment a life hack that has helped you save your life. All the things we need to know. Make sure to share. I hope you guys have a phenomenal week. I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are, listening in your car, listening in the shower, listening while you're cleaning. I'm so happy that I'm here with you. Have a fabulous week. I love you so very much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.